you. And I can show you the process of making the clay. So it gets put into the water, and then that soaks for a while. Then I use this machine which stirs it up. Here's the actual clay. And you know, I can use a piece of this to give you a little throwing demonstration if you want. But I'll just show you. So, what I will do is show you how a bowl, I guess, that's kind of what my signature piece is. So I throw on this wooden bat so that when it's done I can remove the whole thing and let it dry. Put another bat on. And the tools, has anybody here seen pottery being made? Okay. So, first step is centering. Towards it. Makes a bit of a noise. I didn't used to make this much noise. I took it in to get it fixed and start working. And it got fixed, but it came back very noisy. And I've never been bothered to. Open it up, and then what you're forming in here is the base of the bowl. And because you actually carve it away, I leave it quite thick. But she does actually pull it with her hand, and then do it the way I'm doing it, which is shaping. You have to have it really out of control. You just have to start again. So that's the bowl. Do you want me to do a cylinder form, which is basically a vase where it stays up there? Okay. What you do, what I was telling you about is how you carve it away. Is you take a tool like this, and you actually can. It's called leather hard when it's not soft. But you can actually carve away the clay using this tool. So you see how you remember I showed you how I took it all out like that? So it would peel away. And then it gets decorated. So the way I do the decorating is I paint wax on the piece and then I slip over. And the slip is made with the paint made with the clay body itself. It's just put through a finer sieve and you add cobalt oxide. So that makes the paint. And then it gets put into the kiln. This is the first firing. Oops, this one's cracked, so you can't. Normally it should have a nice sort of ring to it. And the first firing just dries it enough to be able to submerge it into the glaze. And once it's put into the glaze, then you put it back in the kiln, fire it again, and that's what melts it. Like there's a finished piece there. I have them for second firing. So each piece is fired twice. So that gives you an idea of all the different stages and levels, and that's why it takes such a long time. People say, how long does it take to make a pot? And I think they're thinking, you know, taking it from the clay body into, and you know, you could say, well, it takes about a minute. Right. But in actual fact, to get it from clay in the ground to, you know, in the gallery is a month. Mm-hmm. So if I take an order, sometimes people can strike lucky and I'm just at the end of the throwing, so I can throw it and then it can be ready in 2 weeks. But for the most part, I need a month's notice or more.
You make full, like that. You make full sets of dishes? Like
yeah, sometimes people order full sets, yeah.
Really?
Like that's broken.
This is, sometimes they crack in the first firing, in which case I really don't bother carry on with it. I just...
Can you reuse that?
No. Once it's fired, it's changed, you know. I can just use it as... I keep them around the studio just as design references, and, you know, people sometimes like them just to hang on the wall as a decoration. But you can't there, and the propane tank is down the bottom, and it gets filled up by a truck.
Is that charcoal?
No, these are little shelf supports, so that if it's not quite tall enough, I can just bump the shelf up a bit to get the height, so I can fit as much in.
Hello, today we went to the Nancy's Nicholson's pottery shop, pottery art shop, and we had a lesson how to make vases and make pottery, and we bought some little nice souvenirs. This fish is Nancy Nicholson's fish. It's native Antiguan, so we bought something native from Antigua to take home.